So, ma'am, we can wait for 2 minutes till we have some viewers. So, once the viewers starts coming into our platform, then we will start our discussion.
Start. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So, let's start now. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Farmina Nutrition Hub. Today, we are going to discuss about the largest organ in a pet's body, that is skin. We are going to discuss on how to manage your skin allergy in your pets and what is the role of nutrition for skin health. I am Dr. Anish Pillai, vet manager for Farmina Pet Foods, and with me is one of the leading small animal practitioners in India, Dr. Anju. Dr. Anju Singhal. She is a graduate from Rajasthan Veterinary University, and she did her graduation in 1992. And from the last 28 years, she is into small animal practice. Welcome, ma'am. It's a honor that you have accepted our invitation for this meeting.
Thank you, Dr. Anish. Thank you for your kind introduction. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, ma'am, since our viewers are from all over India, so I would like you to give a brief introduction or a brief on your journey in the past 28 years, how you started your practice and how the pet practice has evolved and how the pet ownership has evolved in these years.
Yeah, 1992, when I started my practice as a small animal practice, I started my career from a well-known hospital nowadays run by Mrs. Menaka Gandhi. This is the Sanjay Gandhi Animal Care Center. This center has a two kind of division. One is for the pet owners and one is a shelter for the stray dogs. So for the 12 years, I have worked with Mrs. Menaka Gandhi and I have learned a lot about the pet owners' viewpoint regarding the pet ownership, regarding the stray dogs and everything. And from there, the most interesting topic was the dermatology for me because this is a very common problem we face in a day-to-day practice as a clinician. You know, the main changes what I have felt from the ownership is that now the today's owner is more aware about their pets. They love more. Earlier, their awareness was less. Spending power of the clients was less.
Hmm.
This is a great change I have seen regarding the practice. Now I am in Gurgaon practicing since last 15 years. Earlier I was in Delhi. So that is the main change, Dr. Anish, I have felt. Now the pet lovers are more, even for the stray dogs, even for the pet dogs, and they ask many questions regarding the pet health and their nutrition to me nowadays. Earlier, that was not the scene. They used to bring the pet into the OPD for some illness, for the treatment only. Nowadays, the pet parents are aware for the, they come for the prevention methods also. It's not only the treatment, it's a prevention also. And that is why they come for, ma'am, how to prevent my dog from such sickness, from the ticks, from the disease, dental cares. Yes, one field which I have seen very much uh, is the dental care. Now the people look into the dental health also. They are very much into the grooming has increased. Now they want their pet to look beautiful. So these are the few things now. The spending power has increased,
When you
and they
tell
want their
that, ma'am, when you are saying that their pet should look beautiful, it means it means they wanted to concentrate more on the skin health of the puppy for a
yes,
pet.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is why, the beautiful, one more evolution is that the beautiful breeds are coming into the the clinic nowadays, like a Shih Tzus and the Huskies. Though they are not meant for the Indian environment, the people, but they need a beautiful looking dogs. So the concept have changed. Earlier, the dog used to be less companion than as watch purposes. Now the people need pet for a companion purposes also for their kids in the
Yes.
house. That is a great change, I would say.
That's good, ma'am. You were mentioning about the people are trying to take care more on the dental health of a puppy. Similarly,
Yeah.
during one of the initial discussions with you, you told me that your area of interest is in dermatology and physiotherapy. I am just curious to know how you, what made you to have a more interest on physiotherapy, because
Yeah, Doctor.
that is a new segment for a veterinarian. Yeah.
Yes, yes, very new segment for a veterinarian, but it is a very useful segment also for a veterinarian. Since last few years, this physiotherapy, like in the human physiotherapy, has gained the popularity. Likewise, the dog physiotherapy is also gaining some popularity, and people are showing interest in the physiotherapy because one great benefit of the physiotherapy is that it is non-invasive, no drug is involved, no surgery is there, and their pet also get results very fast in
and
combination with the,
and
yeah.
most beautiful thing which I believe is that it is the pain management.
It's a pain management. Suppose
Yes.
I will explain you there are the various kind of a physiotherapies in the dogs field also. What I am using nowadays is a grade 4 classic laser. This is laser therapy. What is this laser therapy? Let me explain you a little bit about the laser therapy. Laser is a beam of laser light which when we put onto the affected area of a dog's body, that goes deep into the tissues, penetrate the deep into the tissues without damaging the tissue, goes into the cell, and they do some changes, and they reduce the pain at the site, they reduce the inflammation at the site, and that is how the physiotherapy works. The most interesting things that the most common cases I see for the physiotherapies are the orthopedic cases, neurological cases, and we have seen a great benefits of the pets regarding these ways. Also, I get cases of skin problems like oblique granulomas, otitis cases, ear infection, chronic ear infections, then anal fistulas. These are also the cases which I'm getting very frequently and getting very good results.
Ma'am, while discussing with most of my peer colleagues who are practicing, and during one of our discussion also, you have mentioned that almost 70 percentage of the cases which you get in the day-to-day practice it belongs to skin diseases. So I would just like to know what are the common skin diseases which you get in a day-to-day, which frequent cases, what are the frequent cases which you get?
Yeah, very good question, Dr. Anish. Because the 70 to 60 to 70% of the OPD nowadays in India is a dermatological cases,
Hmm.
and that is why this and the common, yeah, the common cases which we get in the, as a dermatological problems or skin problems are excessive hair loss, brittle and flaky hair coat, then
Hmm.
allergies related problems, then
Hmm.
we get some kind of the licking problems like lick granulomas, then the licking of the paw, the rubbing of the jaw, the redness in the digital space, anal area redness, base of the
Hmm.
ear redness. They are the allergy symptoms. Then they are the very much cases of you can say the deficiency symptoms are also there,
Hmm.
which leads to the dry skin coat, the rough skin coat, and excessive hair loss, and the bald patches on the skin. So these are the common problems we are facing. Allergies
Okay.
are very common nowadays, whether
Okay.
it's environmental allergy or food-related allergy or parasitic allergies.
So I will take a question from one of our viewers. So Mrs. Himani Verma, she is asking, my dog is getting skin scraping like dandruff. I believe it is some skin infection like dandruff. She was mentioning a wrong term. So in spite of medicine, she is still having it. So she has continued. The vet told me it is managers, but it is not. What are your
So,
views?
Himani, what is the breed you have, and what is the age of your pet, and how you say that mange is present or mange is not present? Please let me know
So
that as well.
it's a small thing for the viewers. While posting your questions, please remember
Mention the yes,
please remember to mention the breed, age, sex, and the neutered status of your pet. And
yes,
also, if
yes, yes.
possible, you can also mention the weight of the pet. That
Yeah,
will help
yeah.
us. That will help us to give better answers.
So, Himani, I would like to focus that the dandruff could be due to the poor nutrition condition of a pet also. You have not mentioned what diet you are giving to your pet and what is the age of your pet. If you will correct the nutritional status of the pet, and if I do not know whether your pet is on the homemade diet or a dog diet or a commercial dog food and which brand you are using. So there are the various brands in the market to make the skin better, like the food which are fortified with the few minerals and vitamins like omega-3, zinc, other products like fish oil, coconut, turmeric. You can use those products, but first thing you have to keep in the mind for these products when you will introduce into the diet of your pet, that the completely your pet should be on those diets for at least 8 to 10 weeks. And if you feel a result or a better result and the dandruff goes, then you can again start introducing your previous diet, but at least for 8 to 10 weeks you have to use a balanced diet which is meant for the skin conditions.
So,
German
madam,
Shepherd, yeah, the breed German Shepherd, they are, there are the certain breeds which are very common for the skin problems. One of them is the German Shepherd, like the Golden Retriever, German Shepherds, Shih Tzus, Boxers, Pugs. They are the few breeds which are very prone for the skin condition and to allergic condition. Also, Himani, I would like to suggest if your you can go to the veterinarian and ask if he will suggest the hypoallergic diet for your dog or you know other diets which are meant for the good skin condition. So yet your veterinarian has to see because I have not seen your dog.
I believe that has answered your question. Now we have a question from Damayanti Bhattacharya. My dog has thyroid. He is 11 years old, neutered, homemade plus dog food. Which means he is giving homemade food plus dog food. But skin is a huge problem. It's a Labrador.
Yeah, Mrs. Bhattacharya, Labrador are again the same thing that I mentioned, that the retrievers are prone for the skin infection, and few Labradors goes under the these kind of diseases, right? The thyroid problems. So I will suggest that this underlying cause of the hypothyroidism should be ruled out, and the appropriate dose of the medicine should be given by your vet. And on the other hand, it cannot be alone a thyroid problem. If your dog has been given the thyroid medicine and still your dog has a poor skin condition, so you have already mentioned the dog is on homemade diet plus a dog food. So my strong suggestion is, because if you are mixing two food, still there is a deficiency or imbalance in the diet is there. So for again 2 months or 3 months, you can put your dog completely on the dog food. You can also use a single protein dog food. I do not know whether you are using a multiple proteins in the dog food, which also causes sometimes the food allergies. And in Labrador, the food allergies are very, very common. So what I will suggest, you can use single protein diet, which are also fortified with omega-3, zinc, and few good diets. Fermina also has the few diets which are fortified with the coconut and turmeric also. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory property. Zinc will restore the moisture of your skin, and omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. If you will use these diets, only these diets for at least 2 months with the thyroid treatment, definitely your dog will get improvement. I am 100% sure about it. If there is no other cause, you have to treat the flea conditions also. because it's not only one thing that's a diet or a thyroid problem. There are the certain things prevent your dog for fleas, ticks, mites also.
So, coming back to that answer, ma'am. So, what I have commonly seen is that so every time whenever there is a dermatology case, a vet always asks the pet parent to keep the pet on a special diet or the medicines for 8 weeks. But usually, in the view of a pet parent, it becomes very painful, and they will follow it for 1 or 2 weeks maximum, and then slowly they will shift to home food or any other, or otherwise they will end up going to another veterinarian. So,
I understand, Dr. Nish.
yeah.
It's a daily problem I'm facing to explaining the pet owner. I just want to ask the pet owner one question. What is the pain in giving the dog for only 2 months? What pain they feel? The giving the good food, which is a balanced diet, research-based food, particularly meant for the nutritional requirement of the dog to provide a healthy and better skin coat. What is the pain? There is no pain. It's a mindset that the people feel that the homemade diet is better than a dog food, because since ages we are giving this homemade diet. I agree that the parents are giving homemade diet since ages, but here you have a problem. You have a problem because you are not giving a balanced diet. I will explain you why the balanced diet is required and what is the benefit of a dog food over a homemade food. Give me some time. First of all, why the parents want to give homemade food? What is the psychology behind it? The parents feel that the homemade food is a fresh food. It is less processed. It has no preservative. And what is good for us is what is good for their pets, which is actually not true. The pet requirement of the protein is very higher than a human. One thing. The second thing is the carbohydrate and fat are the main ingredient. Protein, carbohydrate, and the main this fat are the main ingredient which makes your dog skin healthy. Because as Dr. Anish told previously, the largest covering area of a body is the skin. So what the function of a skin is? What is the function of the hair is? The skin and the hair is not just to make the dog beautiful. There is a certain function of a skin and hair in the dog's life. The skin prevents certain unwanted things like a bacteria, fungus, yeast, and other pollens and allergens entering into the body. And on the other hand, it prevents water loss and the heat loss from the dog's body. So for that, the skin should be in a perfect shape. Again, the coat of a dog and the skin of the dog, they are maximum ingredient which is used to make the skin and coat is a protein. Second is the which gives the shiny things and give the elasticity and stretching of the skin is a fat and the carbohydrate. In addition to these things, there are the certain minerals, certain vitamins, and certain fatty acids are required, which actually, what is the function of these things? Every one nutrient which I am telling is very important to make the dog's skin not only beautiful and perfect, but they have a certain importance in the metabolic process of a dog body. When these micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, they are not in the diet of a dog, if the dog is deficient of these nutrients, then they are not used but in the metabolic process of dog. Then how can only the treatment can make your dog skin better? When the dog diet is deficient of, suppose the dog diet is deficient of copper. Copper gives color to the skin. It gives a pigment to the skin. Definitely your dog will show a dull color. If your omega-3, omega-6 are not in appropriate amount, then what will happen? The brittle hair coat will be there. Again, the turmeric added to the skin, these diets, then the high good quality protein. Sometimes you have to see that the multiple source of the protein used in the diet also causes some kind of allergic reaction. So basically what I mean to say, if a right quantity, right quality protein is used in a diet, then automatically the dog's skin condition will become better. In addition to that, the good amount of good quality fat, good quality protein, and also if your dog food is fortified with these kind of vitamin, minerals, and these amino acids, then the half of the problem will go. That is why I say that homemade diet is deficient for all these things. So but if you are facing problem and you are also, your dog is consuming the dog food, then why you want to mix two things? You can try these dog food for 2 months, and in case you want that you want some dog homemade food to introduce into the diet, then after 2 months when the or 3 months when the symptom of your skin disappear, you can start introducing your homemade food one by one, and you can see which thing suits to your dog skin and which not. So that is my suggestion regarding the homemade diet and commercial diet, Dr. Anish.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So we have a question from Miss Malvika. So she is asking, can we use neem oil or boil neem in water for wash? Interesting. Apple cider vinegar for healthy skin. Juno is a 1 year Doberman lab mix. Her dinner is freshly home cooked food, and while morning is packaged food with 2 homemade snacks. So that is the biggest problem which we face. So if there are some, so I feel that there is no skin infection here. But as a whenever we get some complaints, the usual complaint would be they will be giving a snack, they will be giving a home food, they will be
Yes.
giving a pet
But
food.
there is a one question from Malvika from my side, that when you are cooking a homemade food, have you taken any opinion from a qualified nutritionist? See, what is important, it's not the feeding a dog to fill up the tummy. What is more important is the bioavailability of the food ingredients. So that what is available as what is the bioavailability of food ingredient? Let me explain you that also. Whatever food you are giving, whether it's a dog food or a homemade food, it goes into the body, it gets digested, then it is absorbed by the body and goes into the metabolic these processes in active form. If you are giving a homemade diet, have you ever paid any attention what you are feeding? What quantity of a protein, what carbohydrate is that any, So my advice, Shivani, if you want to give a homemade diet, better you take opinion from any veterinary nutritionist so that you can make a better homemade diet. And external application is a second issue, but first make, if you are feeding your diet dog food or any homemade food in a balanced quantity, then external applications has not much importance, because everything which the dog get from the diet, the bioavailability of the nutrients are very much important. Suppose you are feeding 10 eggs a day and the bioavailability rest of the ingredients are lacking in the diet, so dog will not show a good skin condition. So it's very important the right and proportion of the protein, carbohydrate, minerals, and not only the proportion and bioavailability factor also. So better I will advise to take a help of a nutritionist to make your homemade diet balance.
Ma'am, and as per the question, what is your views, ma'am? Using neem oil or boiled neem water?
See, the neem oil or boiled neem water is basically the antiseptic properties. There is no much use.
Okay.
So why you need antiseptic? I don't know why she's using that. I don't.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I do not want the dog should be given bath very frequently, because that removes the essential oil. This is a very used topic, Dr. Anish.
Yeah, I
So
know,
I do
ma'am.
not know why she's using these oil and neem wash, whether the dog has some kind of a skin condition or just healthy. But again, the neem is a very good antiseptic property. One can use a neem wash, not a problem.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, one more question. So we were discussing about homemade diets, and it's you told that there will be some deficiencies in your practice. What are the common nutritional deficiencies which lead to skin infection? What are the common things which you have seen in your practice?
See, you are asking regarding the diet only or the other factors also?
Other
Question
factors
is
also,
not clear, Doctor.
nutrition related.
Nutrition related.
Yes, ma'am.
See, Normally, when any pet parents come to my clinic, their first concern is the diet. They
Yes.
want a good diet to give to their pet. But 99, I would say, there are very few pet parents who give 100% dog food. So they mix match it, like we have seen in the viewers question also, or the completely homemade diet and all. As I told you that the homemade diet, they do not pay any attention regarding the quantity of the protein. The main ingredients which makes the dog food are the protein, carbohydrate, fat, mineral, vitamins, and the water. So if these things are in the right quantity, half the skin problems are gone. Other than these nutritional deficiencies, there are the certain things like immune mediated diseases are also there. External, ticks, fleas, mites also causes the allergy. Environmental factors are also there. The summer has more problem, winter has less problem. And again, we face a problem like the hairy breeds like winter climatic countries breeds are here in the hot climatic country, so definitely those breeds will also face, so there is no role of nutrition in that, but these dermatological problems and the nutrition goes hand in hand. If
Yeah.
dog is having any, yes, if the dog is having any dermatological condition, then the two kind of a cases we have seen, whether the dog is on appropriate diet which is required for the good skin condition, whether not. So first thing I would like that if you want to reduce the time of medication, then the first thing that parents should put their dog onto the balanced diet. These
Actually,
kind of a problems really day to day basis I am feeling, no matter how much you explain to the client. Very interesting thing, Dr. Anish, I want to share with you that one German Shepherd dog, 9-year-old, came to my clinic, and the owner said, Dr. Anju, I was concerned about my dog's health, but I am very much concerned about the beauty of my dog. All the hair has gone, and the color of the dog from the dark black has become the gray. Can you do something? Then I asked the client what you are feeding to your dog. They said that when the dog was 1 year, we were feeding him homemade diet. He explained the diet. And since that, because the dog has felt no problem, I am feeding the same diet.
mhm.
Okay. I looked into the matter. I explained to the client, and I do not know which dog food because it's a 2 year back. Then I advised that client to put the dog into the dog food. 1.5 months later, when the dog came, it was a completely changed dog with a beautiful coat, shiny skin, and he came to show me and thank you me. And the funny question he asked me, Dr. Anju, I am also losing hair. Can you advise me something for me also? So
Uh,
this thing I cannot forget in my life, that how much your nutrition makes a
Place in.
difference, yeah, plays an important role, whether it's a human being or a dog. The nutrition requirements are different, yes, but it plays very important role in the skin condition and hair condition.
So,
Even if you, as a human being, you go to the dermatologist, they will advise you the diets.
yes. So, I did my graduation from Madras Veterinary College, and my professor, Dr. Nagarajan, is one of the leading vet dermatologists.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
during his sessions, he always says that to a pet parent, always advise that, see, for to identify a problem, especially in dermatology, you have to do multiple things. You have to do skin scraping.
yes,
You have to find whether it is ticks, whether it is mites, whether it is
yes,
bacteria,
yes,
whether it is food, atopy, etc. But you can do one thing, you can give good nutrition during this period, so
yes,
most of your problems will be solved. So
yes.
nutrition is one of the most important thing
Most
what he,
important
as per him.
factors.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what I feel.
we will take our next question, ma'am, from Mr. Dikshit. So he is asking, I have a golden retriever. He itches frequently, but he is not having ticks or fleas. What might be the reason? I give dog food to him twice a day and give homemade food in the night.
Again, Mr. Dikshit, the what dog food you are feeding to your dog, in what quantity, and why you want to add a homemade food. Sometimes what happens if the dog itch is not going, if you are adding homemade food, this could be a case of even the, I can say the food allergy also. I'm not sure, I've not seen your dog, but sometimes when the multiple protein sources are used, dog may show allergy because dogs are allergic to proteins. The most common allergy we have seen is the protein part in the dog. So what you can do, you can shift your dog again. I will suggest to either a single protein diet for at least 8 to 10 weeks or a hypoallergic dog food. I will prefer hypoallergic dog food. As you mentioned, it's a, I think so, Dr. Anish, it is a golden retriever.
Yes, ma'am. One second.
Yeah. So I will advise first you put your dog onto the hypoallergic diet, completely hypo, no other source, food and water. That's it. After once you feel that there is improvement, you can either switch to the single protein diet or you can introduce the diet you were giving earlier. So you will come to know whether the food is causing some problem or not. So that is my suggestion because golden retrievers are prone for food allergies also.
We will pick up a next question, ma'am. Mrs. Gopalan, she is asking, my dog is a beagle, 2.5 years old. She is suffering from skin problems, itchy skins, and small bald patches. I feed her grain-free kibbles, smoked salmon.
Uh, uh, See the breed again, the beagle. This beagle breed has a genetic predisposition for food allergies and other allergies also. So what Ankita can do, she can go to a vet and can ask for the atopic condition if the beagles are prone for the atopic, and we advise complete this hypoallergic diet for the beagle dogs for 2 months. No treats, even not other fish also, because again a smoked fish is not it's a separate protein. And what is a hydrolyzed I want to use a hydrolyzed protein in this case because beagle are prone for the food allergies, so better you give a hypoallergic diet plus whatever the treatment your vet suggests. Sometimes you have to use immunosuppressants also. I am not sure about the area where the dog is showing itching. There are the particular areas. If the dog is atopic too, she can check whether the dog has allergic on the paws, pads, base of the ear, anal area, muzzle area, and what kind of a pattern. So for that, she can consult to the vet, and in addition to that, she can, as regarding the food, she can use a hypoallergic diet.
Okay. So, ma'am, you were discussing about food allergy. So, I would, as to a pet parent, what would be your suggestion? What are the common food allergens you see in your day-to-day practice?
Food allergens are actually, it's a Dr. Nish, it is a multifactorial factors, and the immune status and predisposition factors are also there. It's not that every dog who eats these nutrients will cause the allergy, but there should be some predisposition also. So for that, I have seen that all these proteins like beef, chicken, pork, lamb, fish, they causes soya. Then I've seen a wheat, rice. All these things may cause allergy to the dog. So
Okay.
they are the common allergens.
Okay. Okay. So, we will take one more question. So this is from Mr. Guy. I have couple of Shih Tzu. I feed them high protein, super protein diet, dog food along with some boiled boneless chicken as topping. Also, I gave them veterinary biotin tablets during summers and cod liver oil during winters. I add some turmeric when I boil the chicken. My dogs are in good condition with no skin issues. My question is whether to give or not the biotin tablets. Thank you.
Very good question. Actually, supplementation has become a common practice with the pet parents because it is not, it's over a counter product. And when they go to the internet, they read about the benefits of some supplements added to the dog food. They purchase from a counter and they give it. Now,
Mhm.
let me tell you about the supplementation of these ingredients. You know, the less is also harmful and the more is also harmful. So you do not know whether your dog is has what quantity of biotin into it. If you are feeding a dog food plus chicken plus these ingredients, I do not know that how much biotin is into the dog food and why you want to give a biotin as a supplement. So my suggestion is that whenever you want to supplement any pet food, take your doctor's opinion. And the over supplementation and less supplementation is also not good. One thing, and second thing, you have to use supplementation only when suppose it is prescribed for 1 year, 1 month. So use only for a month because excess may cause toxicity. Second thing I want to tell you, because these manufacturing of these tonics are not governed by these uh, because they are not answerable to FDA. So you do not know that how much availability is there. Suppose it's mentioned that some ingredient in 500 mg. You do not know whether it has a 0 into it or you have 1,000 into it.
Yes.
Got my point? What is
Yes.
labeled on the bottle, you are not sure about that, what exactly written on the bottle is present in the bottle. So you have to be very careful. So I will advise that whatever you supplement, please take your doctor's opinion.
Okay. Ma'am, can I add one point to this talk?
Yeah, please.
So during my initial days in pet food industry while working in the south, so I have commonly noticed that there are pet parents who used to mix raw egg in a hot milk, and they used to just mix it and they used to give it to the pets. So I just wanted to tell that that is also one reason which causes biotin deficiency, as raw eggs contains avidin.
Yeah. There are many
Yeah.
things actually. You are not, you will not never get 100% history because when the pet is in the house, there are many members in the family. Some will feed something and other will feed something. So the diet of the parent is when they are on the homemade diet, it is not monitored. So
Yes.
that is a main problem. That is a main problem, and that is the main problem that we have many dermatological issues because you do not know what is fed to the pet.
Ma'am, and one more thing. When we talk with the pet parents, most of them they have a common question where whenever they are going to treat a skin problem of their pets, the vets advise them hydrolyzed diets. So, as a
Yeah.
vet, can you please explain what is an hydrolyzed diet and what is its significance with skin infections?
Yeah. Good question, Anish. Because
Yeah.
nowadays the concept of the hydrolyzed diet as a hypoallergenic diet is very much into the practice because few breeds are has a genetic predisposition for the food allergy. So whatever protein we are using in a regular food or a homemade diet has a big molecular size. So what is a hydrolyzed diet? This big molecular size protein when goes into the body, they actually act as an antigen to the immune system and they causes the allergy reaction to the system. So what is done that these protein molecules using the water chemically broken down into the smaller pieces, which when added into the food and goes into the body, they do not act like an antigen or invader into the body. The immune system of the body take them or accept them without causing any allergy to the system. So this is the new concept and it's a very good concept. I have used these hypoallergic diets in many cases. Generally, I've used in two cases. One is the dermatological cases and second is the gastrointestinal cases. A very interesting case, Dr. Anish, when one pug came to my clinic, 3 months having the chronic diarrhea. We did all the blood tests, stool examination, everything we tried the best possible treatment. The dog was not recovering and suddenly it struck to my mind the better I should try the hypoallergenic diet. He could be allergic to the diet and the case recovered beautifully. So just by changing the diet, despite giving all the treatment, pet was not recovering, and just by changing the diet, the pet recovered. That means whatever the owner was feeding was causing the allergic symptom into the pet. So
Yes.
that is the significance of the hydrolyzed diet or hypoallergenic diet, and that is how the diet is made.
Okay. See, ma'am, today we are getting a lot of questions about bathing. So I bathe my dogs every 15 days. What shampoo should I use for an itchy skin? So generally, I am getting a lot of questions regarding how frequently you should bath your pet.
See, the bathing schedule is not fixed for a dog. Generally, if the dog bath as far as it is required, it is why the dog is getting itchy skin is not only one aspect. It has a many aspect. The quality of the shampoo, what you are using, because the shampoo's pH regulation is very important. This gives a dryness to the skin and causes itchiness. Then sometimes the pet parent use chemical shampoos, like a lot of shampoos are used. I have seen in a general practice, which again give a chemical irritation to the skin and cause a itchiness in the skin. And third, sometimes the shampoo remnants remains on the skin when they do frequent bath, and these remnants which are left on the skin causes the skin irritation or itching skin. Why anybody wants to give every 15 days bath is because they feel that they want a beautiful skin and healthy coat. So I will advise to use a gentle mild shampoos which has a very good company shampoo. Dermatological companies are there in the market, I will not name here, but not the shampoos just picked up from the market showing the label, because there is no control again of a FDA on the shampoos manufacturing. So what is written on the bottle and what is actual ingredient into the bottle differ, one thing. And second thing, if the dog skin is itchy after shampoo, maybe not the reason of a shampoo. I have told why the shampoo causes irritation. So just check your shampoos and bathing process.
I will take one more question, ma'am. It is from Mr. Ram Prasad Mishra. He is asking that smell coming from ear for 3.5 month old lab. So ear infection. So he is asking, is it an allergy?
Alone smell cannot be allergy. Smell con so again, see ear infection. If you see there is some black discharge or a brown discharge coming from a dog's ear, which normally we say is a wax, could be a yeast or a malassezia, which can give a smell to the ear. So what they can do, they can go to their vet and send that ear discharge sample for the cytology into the lab. There may be bacteria also present into the ear, maybe the pus and some infection. So there could be the reason. Alone allergy can cause redness of the ear base or irritation or itching, but not the smell. The smell could be due to bacteria, fungus, or some other reason.
So similarly, ma'am, when we in the market there are many single animal protein diets available.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
can you brief about the significance of single animal protein and what is its role in the food allergy cases?
Very good question, Dr. Anish, because it is very important for a pet parent to know what is single protein. We can use single protein diet in a two ways. A very good way of eliminate use as an elimination diet. As you know that even the pet parents, whether they use a homemade diet or a dog food which is normally made, has used more than two proteins as a normal dog food. So when a dog is consuming a multiple protein, sometime for a long period, sometime these proteins causes allergic symptom into the dog. If you want to know what is causing allergy, then we can use a single protein source as a diet, as an elimination way, that when we remove all the proteins which were feeding to the dog and introduce two or one single protein dog food which is available in the market, like uh, duck and the quail as a novel protein used for a single protein, or any other protein which they have not used as a food material, as a nutrient in their dog food, they can also use that. That is also very important. So elimination will happen, but for that again they have to use that single protein diet for at least 8 to 10 months. If the symptom disappear, then they can introduce back one by one the protein source to check what was causing allergy. So very good way of using a single protein diet is one of that. And second good thing is that single protein diet which are available in the market are mostly the duck and the quail with quinoa and other fortified essential vitamins and minerals into it, which are a very good source of protein as well as very good for the skin of their dog. So they can use if a dog, there are very viewers who has said that they are feeding their homemade, and they can use that single protein diet also for a few months, 2 months or the 3 months. If the symptom disappear, then they will know that it is because of the food allergy. Otherwise, there must be something else. So they can use a single protein diet for that purpose also.
So I will take one more question from the viewers, ma'am. So this is by Mr. Dikshit. He has asked that my Labrador has severe skin allergy issues. Have tried everything with the vets. He has been on ultra hypo and prescribed shampoo from the vet, but still the allergy still exists. I fed him bottle gourd for a change at night, but he started itching again.
Mr. Dikshit, one more thing you can do, that Labrador, you can go for a underlying cause also. Sometime with the food allergy, there could be thyroid problem also. If your dog has a thyroid problem, then only the dog food will not help and the treatment will not help. And second thing, that if your dog is itchy, you can also check whether the fleas and tick prevention you have done. Third thing is the environmental allergies are also there. It's not only the food allergy which causes irritation or allergy into the skin. And fourth thing, which I will say, there could be immune mediated diseases also. So I would like to treat your dog for the itchy skin in three ways. First thing, that underlying cause should be determined. Second thing, do not use any other thing than hypoallergic diet or a single protein diet if you want to use. Third thing, the protection from the flea allergy or environmental allergy factor also. For that, sometime if your vet feel that the dog has a immunosuppressant problems, you have to use steroids or cyclosporin kind of a medicines for that. And
So
rule out the thyroid also.
So, to the viewers, the feedback is that so whenever we talk about skin diseases, there are multiple causes, and there are chances that multiple causes may cause a skin infection in
Yes,
one dog.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, ma'am, I have got an interesting question from Mr. Honey. So he is asking, how often should I bathe my cat? 7 months, Siberian or Persian, mixed male.
For cat, I will not advise to give bath very frequently because they will lose their oils on the skin and they have a tendency to groom themselves. So I will not advise frequent bath. But yes, you have to brush them very frequently, keep them clean. You can use a wet towel to clean the cat, but not the bath once in a 2 months or 3 months. If you feel that cat is smelly or there is some problem, you should give, not very frequently.
So, coming to the last part of the session, ma'am, as a takeaway message to all the pet parents who are viewing our session live on Facebook and Instagram. So, please give a small suggestion how hypoallergic diets are significant over homemade diets on for skin as a skin solution.
See, as I told you, what first I will explain you again what is hypoallergic diet. When we make a hypoallergic diet, we use a protein which is hydrolyzed protein. What is hydrolyzed protein? When the protein molecules are broken into smaller particles and they go into the digestive tract of the dog, they do not cause any allergy to the system. Their immune system do not react to the hydrolyzed protein because of the smaller molecular size of the protein. On the other hand, when we use a homemade diet, the whatever protein source we take, their molecule size is too big. When this molecular size protein enter into the body of a pet, their protein molecule act as an inverter or invader or antigen into the body, and the immune system of the pet gets activated, which causes the allergic symptom into the dog. And when you continuously feed the homemade food, like I have seen many questions that we are feeding the ultra hypo or a dog food for the skins, and again we are feeding a home food, then you are mixing a hydrolyzed protein diet, but you are also feeding a large molecular size protein diet also. So the difference is that when you feed a large molecular size protein as a diet, if the dog is allergic to that particular protein, that will cause allergic symptom into the diet. So that is the biggest difference between the hydrolyzed diet or hypoallergenic diet and the homemade diet, that the protein used in a hypoallergenic food is a hydrolyzed protein, which hardly causes any allergic symptom into the pet system. Whereas the homemade diet, whatever protein you use, has a larger molecular size, which when enter into the body reacts as an antigen and immune system get activated. And mind it, when you again and again feed that diet, immune system gets so worse, then it takes months and months, and you must have that much of a patience also for reversing the allergic symptoms.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for answering all our questions, and for special feedback for the viewers. We know that we couldn't take all the questions posted by the viewers. So, but we have tried our maximum. We have tried to cover the maximum questions in the given time. If we have missed few of the questions, we will definitely reach directly to you and give
Yeah.
you answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time. And I would
Thank
like
you.
to thank DocSpot for helping us to conduct the session.
Thank you,
In a
Dr.
better.
Anish. Thank you, Fabina team. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.